This movie is about a real person named Oppenheimer. It is based on a book about his life, and that book won a big award in 2006. The movie made over $700 million around the world. Interestingly, the movie was never shown in Japan because Japanese people have very mixed feelings about Oppenheimer and the atomic bomb he helped build. Oppenheimer grew up in New York in a rich family. As a kid, he loved math and languages. He learned 6 languages, which is very impressive. He was a smart student, but he had one big problem. He was terrible at doing science experiments. He kept breaking things in the lab. Because of this, he decided to focus on thinking about physics instead of doing hands-on experiments. One day, he met a famous scientist named Niels Bohr. Bohr inspired him to study theoretical physics, the kind where you think and write, not experiment. This was perfect for Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer met a woman and fell in love quickly. He also had a girlfriend before her. His later wife had a very sad past. Both of her previous partners had died. They got married and had a family together. In 1939, World War II started. German scientists discovered something huge: nuclear fission. This means that when you split an atom, it releases a massive amount of energy. The US and UK were scared. If Germany built an atomic bomb first, the war would be over, and not in a good way, so America decided to build one first. In 1942, the US started a secret program called the Manhattan Project. Its goal was to build an atomic bomb before Germany. Oppenheimer was chosen to lead the project. He gathered the best scientists in the country. They moved to a remote area to work in secret. Many scientists didn't want to leave their comfortable lives. Oppenheimer told them simply, "We have to beat the Nazis." One scientist named Teller wanted to build an even bigger bomb called the hydrogen bomb. Oppenheimer said no. It was too powerful and too dangerous to control. The team worked very hard. They fought, they argued, and some people quit. Oppenheimer was under enormous pressure. There was also a spy problem. One of the scientists, Klaus Fuchs, was secretly working for the Soviet Union. He was caught after the war and sent to prison. This also made people suspicious of Oppenheimer. Around this time, Oppenheimer learned that his former girlfriend had died. He felt very guilty and blamed himself. On the day of the test, the weather was bad and things looked uncertain. One team member said an earlier test had failed and asked if the bomb would even work. Oppenheimer stayed calm and said, "Keep going." Before the test, he told his wife, "If it works, I'll send you a message. Put away the bed sheets." She nodded quietly. The bomb was set off in the early morning. A huge flash of light lit up the entire sky. It worked. It was the most powerful explosion ever made by humans. The military quickly took the bomb. It was later dropped on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrendered and World War II ended. The world called Oppenheimer the father of the atomic bomb, but Oppenheimer felt terrible. He felt like his hands were covered in blood. President Truman didn't like this. He thought Oppenheimer was being weak. Truman told him he had nothing to feel guilty about, but Oppenheimer disagreed. After the war, Oppenheimer spoke out against building more nuclear weapons. This made powerful people angry, especially a man named Lewis Strauss, who ran the Atomic Energy Commission. Strauss had a personal grudge against Oppenheimer. He believed Oppenheimer had embarrassed him in public and said bad things about him to Einstein. In 1954, the government held hearings against Oppenheimer. He was questioned harshly. Some scientists, like Teller, spoke against him. His security clearance was taken away, meaning he could no longer work on government projects. His reputation was ruined. Later, Strauss was nominated for a government position, but in the hearings, someone revealed that Strauss had gone after Oppenheimer for personal reasons, not national security. The Senate voted against giving Strauss the job, including a young senator named John F. Kennedy. Oppenheimer eventually received a prestigious award from the president, which helped clear his name, but his wife's question stayed with him. "Do you think the world will forgive you just because you let them punish you?" Oppenheimer spent the rest of his life wondering one thing: when humans use the atomic bomb in war, will it eventually destroy all of us?